And hello, welcome to Junior Blocky Sports Network. I'm here with Kissington09, Crowd Justin, and Monkey, and we have a McFabulous second round matchup here against the Minnesota Mallards, the number 2 seed, and the number 3 seed, the Rwanda Huskies. Probably one of the closest series we're going to have this second game, and whoever wins here in this 3-game matchup will go to the finals. Both teams have matched up really well as the Mallards ended the regular season 11-3 as they defeated the Dewsbury Deers 2-0 in the first round. And on the other side, the Huskies versus the Lobsters in an absolute blowout for the Huskies. Another 2-0 win here. So both teams have been destroying their competition. They've matched up really well, and they've been doing so far. Kissington09, over to you, man.
It's going to be an interesting series for sure. I'm not surprised if it's going to go to three games tonight. Hopefully it doesn't, because it is a late night for us. But I think this is going to come down to defense, really. I mean, these two teams are very strong offensively, so whoever has the better defense is going to come out on top.
What's your thoughts about this?
Justin? Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think this is... he cut out for me. But I really do think that... I mean, Kissington took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, the defense is great. I'm expecting high-scoring games from both these teams. And I think it's more or less the people that you don't expect that aren't really the main superstars on the line. So you're looking at someone like Stikes, maybe John Juco if we see him. But the real main guy that I think is going to be an X factor is AJ Clips. We saw him in the first round literally take over that game against the Lobsters and that entire series against the Lobsters. And he's definitely, in my opinion, the go-to guy. If he has a good game, I think that the Huskies can have a good game. But it means that Super Cream Cakes, what I'm hearing from reports, is either not there or not there yet. So if they don't have their starting goalie, that could be a main issue as well.
Yeah, no, I'll give my thoughts on it as well. I mean, obviously, as a big time, as someone who played goalie and someone who's seen a lot of goalie development throughout the playoffs, I think that while the defense on both ends is actually pretty stellar, I think that overall Minnesota could take this series because of their goaltending. To me, the Huskies' goaltending is mid to below average, and in the end game, that's going to be something that could prove to be problematic, especially if they take it to a game 3. So.
Hey, Rappa, you're doing a really good job of leading the desk. I'll take over.
Listen,
I think this is a fantastic... I honestly think we'll go over the lineups first because both these lineups are great. I will go over the Huskies first. I mean, we talked about before, AJ Clips is sort of the go-to guy, but besides him, but out of those 2 superstars, because I think we know, 2 of the top 3 picks and 2 of the top 3 MVP candidates are Wad and Sellenborn. I'll ask you, Kissington, who do you think is going to be, the guy to show out more?
Between which team?
The Huskies, when it comes to Sellenborn and Wad.
Ooh, I definitely feel it's going to be Wad passing it up to Sellenborn. It's definitely going to be a Wad performance tonight.
Yeah, I fully agree. I mean, I'll go over to you, Roppy. I mean, like we said before, Super Cream Cakes, like I said before, not probably going to be a net. So all of a sudden, the goalie advantage goes towards Minnesota. How huge is that?
That's honestly such a huge thing, as Minnesota has one of the top 3 goaltenders in the Vezina candidate race at the moment in Salton and Cooked. He's honestly looked the best. In my opinion, as a team manager, I think him and Willie are the 2 that definitely have the less cracks between Swaymark. Them 2, I believe they're 1 and 2, and Swaymark 3. As I said, all 3 of them are really close in the rankings at the moment, but it's going to be crucial as Dragon Ball Z is not even on the save percentage leaderboard. He's off into the around the 15 area, so that save percentage and the amount of saves is going to be crucial, as Salton and Cook has 100 saves on the season to where Dragon Ball Z doesn't even have 50. And just experience alone is going to be the crucial thing here in the playoffs, and it's going to really show, I believe, in these first couple of games. But we do have to talk about the skating difference for the teams, though, as RNH has the big 2. I mean, Minnesota's Minnesota, and it's going to be if those 2 can show it. Monkey, what are your thoughts about that, man?
I mean, yeah, as you guys put it pretty well. I think there's a lot of star power up and down both lineups. And in terms of going back to Justin's question earlier, who I think is going to be the big guy for the Huskies? Honestly, Wad to me has developed a lot faster. And not saying that Sell isn't a phenomenal player, he is, but I think that ultimately, players like AJ Clips and Sell Unborn might let it get to their head. And Wad is someone who is to me, very level-headed and someone who keeps his head in the game. Focuses on his own gameplay rather than what's yet to come, if that makes any sense. It just kind of doesn't get big-headed. And as we said earlier, and as you just stated, Rob, the goaltending difference is going to be very dramatic here, and it will be noticeable probably within the first 5 shots of the game. So,
thank you much, Monkey. Honestly, it's gonna be probably one of the closest matchups. I'm gonna start off with predictions here. To give us a little intel, I honestly think the Huskies are gonna win this 2-1. I believe it'll go to all 3 games. And the X factor for the Huskies here, and it's gonna be it's definitely gonna be AJ Clips. That man showed up in the first series. He hasn't had much ice time in the regular season, but he's definitely been there. He's gonna show why the Minnesota's depth is going to be fraudulent, and AJ Clips is just going to explode on that first line. I believe he plays with Cell, I'm pretty sure. Overall, Kensington?
Yeah, this series is definitely going to go to 3 games. I do think Huskies do come out with the win 2-1. Ultimately, like I said before, it's going to come down to defense, but do not let anyone tell you that Minnesota will take this lying down. They will definitely be fighting for it.
Right over to you, man.
Man, I think either team can win this, and I mean, just the amount of star power for the Huskies is huge. But give me the upset, give me the Mounties to win this in 3 games, and I think the X factor is going to be Salted and Cooked. We talked about the goalie matchup. We talked about Cream Cakes not being there. Apparently, he's flying to Boston. Keep him away from me. But when it comes to this, I mean, I really do think that the goalie matchup is going to make a difference. I think if anyone can have a standout series, it's going to be Salted and Cooked. What about you, Monkey?
Yeah, I mean, just as honestly, prediction for the X Factor and honestly the series, I think, along with you guys, I think the series is going to Game 3. I think that neither of these guys can count each other out, and honestly, as much as I think Salted, no pun intended, I think he is going to cook, but I think Plan 2 might actually be the X Factor in this series, or at least in the first few games.
He's really, I mean, Ginger Boy sort of, I agree, just going off your point, I agree with you. I mean, Ginger Boy sort of not really fell off a cliff, but took a step back. I think everyone can agree with that, especially near that latter half of the season. But Plantus has stepped up. That trade acquisition from Maine was absolutely huge.
No, I completely agree with you, but I believe the big story about Angry Ginger Boy is the car accident he had in the middle of the season. It left him out for a couple games, and he was never the same since. He honestly looked like a different player, and he was kind of shook overall. It looked like he was scared to do normal things that he did at the beginning of the season before that. And honestly, it could be the X Factor, because that is Minnesota's number 2. And if he doesn't show up today, Minnesota could be in trouble, because all Huskies are going to have to do is shut down Plan 2s, and this series could be over just that quick.
I fully agree. I think we're ready to head down to ice level with a very cool announcer, for the play-by-play.
Yep, we'll be sending it down to Cryo Justin, as we're going to be starting here in 25 seconds.
You shouldn't have said that, Robbie. You're such a nice person. Anyways, let's get right into this. Should be a fun one. We have, I believe, Kissington, right? You're my color commentator today?
Yes, I will be your color commentary for tonight.
Of course, also known as Crizzy. Love that Crizzy's going to be with us today.
But diabolical combo in the day.
I thought we should Mark, before we start, Dragon Ball Z is in net for the Huskies, so
gonna be really interesting if that will be the X factor. Plantus will try and take the puck. That first line of Cell on board and AJ Clips is going to be lethal. Obviously, they didn't really care about sitting because they knew they had the talent. A lot of no-stam games here for the Huskies most of the season. Unborn trying to get it past Plantus. Plantus, good defense. Leifert will be on that Plantus line. Like we said before, Salted and Cooked in net and Dragon Ball Z in net for the Huskies, trying to grab it, but good defense from AJ Clips. Unborn going to be looking for the shot here. And good deflection there. Good defense from Leifert. Really passive is Unborn. He just knows he has a very elite option there. I mean, really, it's a big three. It's actually insane how good this Huskies team is with how low of a seed they got. Leifert, they're going to try and take a shot here, but good defense from Unborn. Unborn going the other way, looking for the pass. Plantu shot. Oh my goodness, a shot from AJ Clips, but that's a save made by Salted. Leifert up to Plantus. Plantus with a possible shot opportunity. Scores! And just like that, Minnesota takes the lead.
Yeah, you could really see there an unfortunate miss by AJ there. You would have thought he, with the round that he had before, he would have been able to score that, but an unfortunate miss leads to a breakaway opportunity. Plantus gets an easy goal.
Counterattack is going to be absolutely huge, and what a goal from the trade acquisition. Didn't gel with main internal issues, but was able to come back and be better than ever on the Minnesota team and take over as the number one option and just the best player in general on this Minnesota team besides Salted and Cooked. So all of a sudden, a 1-goal lead after one shot. The Huskies try and sort of gel in here. Stykes and Ginger Boy will be out there with Wad and Boog. Trying to get a shot there. That's going to be a good save from Salted. Trying to get something to go. Angry Ginger Boy going to try and get it. Stykes will just reset with the puck. Got to be one-on-one with Wad. Wad can't control the puck. Stykes gets it into the offensive zone. Wad's going to try and take control of it himself. This is sort of a Wad by himself line. Of course, you do get a little bit of help from BQ, but not enough. He's no AJ Clips. No offense to him. But shot there. Probably a chance for Angry Ginger Boy to try and get something to go. He can't. Wad will try and bring the puck up. Wad obviously in the firm running for MVP here for season 18 of the JBHL. Wad trying to get something to go. Stykes in the corner trying to get something here. Losing the puck for a moment. We're just chilling, trying to see if anything can happen. Wad trying to take advantage of that opportunity. He's going to take it himself. Possible chance here if he can get by him. What a move from Stykes. Possible shot opportunity, but that's a good defensive stop from BQ. Angry Ginger Boy tried to pinch there. Wad will just hit it to the corner, trying to get a shot in front. Stykes hits it back to the corner. Good defense from Minnesota to start this series. Wad trying to get something to go. AJ Clips comes on, so does Plantus. Ginger Boy will come off. And, a miscommunication there. Ginger Boy comes back in time. He saw it happen, so Plantus will take control of it. First line will come back out here for Minnesota. Leifert, still unborn. Battling for it in the corner, looking for an option. So unborn going to try and take a shot here. No good. Leifert with good defense. Back to the corner. Unborn. Leifert hits it back to the corner. Going to be trying to look for Plantus here. Really can't get anything to go. Unborn will hit it right back out. Besides the one goal, it's been an absolute standstill for both these teams. Shot in front for AJ Clips, but Leifert hits it away. Great defense from the Go Mallards guy. Trying to get something to go. Plantus hits it back. Trying to get something to go. In front, Plantus hits it into the offensive zone. In front, trying to get someone there. No one home, though. Leifert will just try and play solid defense there. AJ Clips will take it up himself, loses the puck for the moment, grabs it, but Leifert plays great defense. Leifert looking for an opening. In front, AJ Clips trying to get a shot off, can't get it to go. Plantus will hit it back up. Plantus gets it around Unborn. What a play, but what a great save from Dragon Ball. Trying to get something to go. Unborn over to AJ Clips. Shot! And that's a great save from Salted. What a Dave. Trying to get something to go. Unborn going to try and take a shot opportunity here. In front, AJ Clips nowhere to be found. Trying to get something to go in the midst of a line change here. So Plantus will try and just hold it. Try and get Leifert on there. Angry Ginger Boy will hop on himself. Try and get something to go. Try and get in the midst of a line change. But Wad is pressuring heavily here for the Huskies. 40 seconds to go here in the first. Angry Ginger Boy gets his buddy on. Stykes. Both of the second lines will finish it out. Trying to get something to go. Angry Ginger Boy trying to pass it up. Wad trying to play good defense there. Pulls it back. Possible chance for Wad, but that's going to be an easy save for Salton and Cooked. Sykes battling in the corner with Wad. Wad trying to find an opening. Another good save from Salton. The defense has been suffocating here from Minnesota early on. No easy shots. In front, Wad trying to get something to go. And there will be a delayed penalty on, I believe that is Sykes. A bad penalty to take at the end of the first that will translate into the second period.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't be giving up penalties when you're on the lead like that. And ultimately, it's going to come down to a Huskies power play, and this is where they're going to be dangerous, so watch out here.
So here we go, face off for 4.6 seconds. And it looks like Plantus can't get the shot off. Ooh, trying to get it there, but Salton Uncooked gets it to go. And that will be it for the first period. As we go back, we will go back to our man Rotby and the desk talking about the first period.
Hello and thank you, crowd. Justin, we are back up here after an amazing first period here in Minnesota. 1-0 lead for the home team, and that goal was the factor that we talked about a lot before this game, having a weak goalie in net for Huskies, and Minnesota capitalizes as Plantus was able to get a good shot in overall. And on the other side in the net, Salton and Cooked, both things we highlighted shows up in the first period. Thoughts about that, Kissington?
Yeah, the stats here don't really show how aggressive the Huskies have been in this series, and it just goes to show, 4 saves for Salton and Cooked. He's really proving to be a true Vezina candidate, and if any one of those 3 had my vote, I would give it to Salton for that.
Totally agree. These guys have been playing great. Minnesota only has 2 shots, but they have a goal in. Huskies going to start out the period with a 26-second power play. Crowd, Justin, do you think they're going to be able to do anything on that?
I mean, you have to get better percentage shots. I mean, we always talk about quality over quantity when it comes to shots in blocky hockey, and I think that truly is to a point. I think Minnesota is actually doing a really good job defensively, forcing just the unorthodox shots. Like, every shot that has gone towards Salton and Cooked has been either too slow or too bad of an angle to really get through. You're going to have to try better than that for someone like a Vezina candidate to get it by him.
And thank you. And finally, Mikey, your last thoughts about this period. What are your thoughts about the game overall?
All I gotta say is I said Plantus would be the X factor, and look where we are. That's all I've got.
Thank you much. We're going to send it down to our amazing commentator, play-by-play, Cryo Justin.
Robbie, I'm blushing. It's just absolutely outstanding. But anyways, talking about this game, like we said before, Huskies going to be on a 26-second power play, and Plantus is going to have a big task ahead of him because it's going to be Sellenborn and AJ Clips going to try and be the duo to try and defeat on the power play. But that's a good save from Salton and Cook to start it. 14 seconds left on that power play. Sellenborn going to try and take control of the puck. Can't really get anything to go. Plantus plays good defense and gets it out. Penalty will end 5 seconds. Trying to get something to go. Just fights along in the corner. And Plantus stays back. Sykes will get on the ice. Plantus will have Leifert on his line. AJ Clips trying to take control of it. He tries to get around. Leifert maybe getting something to go, but Sellenborn will try and take control of it himself. But Leifert with great defense gets it into the offensive zone for Minnesota. Doesn't last long as Sellenborn gets it right back, but Leifert is breathing down his neck. Plantus comes over to help. Already a minute gone here in the second period. Plantus trying to look for something. Really can't get anything to go, so Plantus will try and get around. He does. Possible chance here. Plantus going to hit it to the corner. Possibly look for a shot in the middle. Can't get anything to go, so Sellenborn will probably take it right back. A little bit of a stand watch here for Plantus. Probably definitely getting a little tired. Trying to get something to go. Sellenborn, a little bit of a change here. BQ comes on. Plantus is going to try and hit it out. He does. Does not go off. Going to be really interesting. Stamina could be starting to play a factor for Plantus. He finally hops off for Angry Ginger Boy. Shot there goes off the post. Trying to get something to go is Sellenborn. Leifert's still out there. Wondering if that's going to be a little bit of a issue there. See if they can get Stykes back out there and get those lines back together. Trying to get it up there is Sell It on board. Leifert has been frustrating him all day today. In front. Angry Ginger Boy. Bug to defend. Leifert still on him. Gonna look for the long pass. That's a very risky pass from Angry Ginger Boy. Luckily, he gets over there to block it in time. BQ Bug. I will say his name right one day, but that day will not be today. Wad will try and pass it up. The MVP candidate trying to do everything himself. On the second line, Wad with a possible shot opportunity. No good. Looking for something is Wad. Stykes on him. In front, Ginger Boy easily can clear it. Bug just stays back. Trying to get something to go. Trying to get a shot, but that goes wide. In front, trying to get over to Angry Ginger Boy. Good pass from Stykes, but just wasn't good enough. Trying to get something to go wide with a possible shot. Oh, and that goes off the post. A perfect chance at a goal, and they absolutely clanked it. In front, another shot and another save from Salted Uncooked. Wad looking for yet another shot. What a save from Salted! That was in the net. Are you joking? Another shot, but that goes wide.
There's only one other person I've seen make a save by that, like that, and that was Willie A.
Greatest goalie of all time. Trying to get it up as Plantus. Leifert keeps it in the offensive zone. This is huge. They're in the middle of a line change. A little bit of miscommunication. Possibly could have get a shot off here if Stykes can somehow get it to Plantus. Or Leifert, my apologies. Leifert trying to get to Plantus. Plantus can't get anything to go. A little bit of a change here. Dangerous design. Scores! Caught on a miscommunication. And just like that, AJ Clips ties this game up.
Yeah, I really can't say defense. It was more like lack thereof, catching them on a bad line change. And unfortunately for Minnesota, they give up a goal because of it. And now we have a tie game thanks to AJ Clips.
I mean, you can't even really fault Salted Uncooked. It was just a bad defensive error. A little bit of miscommunication there, and that's really the only reason the Huskies have been able to get anything to go. I mean, up to this point and continuing through this point, Salted has been fantastic. So I think they agree along with me when I say they sort of know that he's going to be fine. They know that was a defensive error. They've been forcing the awkward shots, and that's been the biggest issue. So obviously a shot in front, but Leifert hits it out. AJ Clips. The real question is if they can generate any more offense like they did in the first period. Plantus trying to get something to go here. Can't. It's going to get stuck in the corner. Plantus trying to get something to go around AJ Clips. 1 minute to go in the second period. We are tied at 1 thanks to AJ Clips. Plantus is going to try and find something to go here. Gets hit to the corner yet again. Trying to get it is Sell Unborn. No good. Leifert keeps it in the offensive zone. Trying to get it around Sell Unborn. And does work for the moment, but gets absolutely caught up in front. Trying to get a shot. Opportunity! Wide open, but somehow Salted made the save. Okay, possible shot opportunity here for Leaf. Can't get anything to go, so it'll hit to the corner. Sell Unborn. Shot here for Plantus. That was a great shot, and that was the one that could have given them back the lead. In front again! Leaf hits the post. Are you joking? Another chance. And Minnesota has missed multiple scoring opportunities. Here come the Huskies. Goes wide. Plantus is going to try and take control of the puck. Tries to get around Sell Unborn. Sell Unborn. It's going to be to Wad. A little bit of a line stack to end the period. Trying to get something to go. That gets hit just straight to the corner. And just like that, it's a tie game. And we will send it back up to Rockby to discuss the second period.
And welcome back, everybody, to the desk. In the second period, gives us more of a banger 1-1 tied here in Minnesota. And like I said above the desk, the X factor for the Huskies is going to be AJ Clips, as he's going to score the game and tie it up 1-1. He is showing why he's becoming one of the better role players of the game, and honestly has shown to be a great player with the star player of Wad and Sell Unborn. He's really getting his chances there, as he's had multiple shots this period. Because the Minnesota's been looking at the other two as he's been playing, and it's honestly shown as the Huskies are out shooting Minnesota triple 9-3. I believe they had 5 shots that period, and I believe 3 alone was by AJ Clips himself. But like I said, the goalie difference is the major thing here, Kensington. What's your thoughts about that?
Yeah, the goalie difference is huge here. Obviously, Salted and Cooked, he has enough time and experience to handle some of these higher scoring players in Cell and Wad. And you really just don't see that in Dragon Ball Z. Of course, he's got some games on him, but he didn't really play in the back half of the season, so we really don't know too much about how he plays there. So when you're Minnesota, you really have to take advantage of those chances, especially Leaf for missing a chance right, really bad towards the end there.
No, I completely agree. They had 2 shots, Plot and then Leaf for red. Their shooting has not been good. Carl, Justin, any comment to add to that?
I mean, towards the end there, Minnesota could have easily retaken the lead. A little bit of miscommunication there from the Huskies. It's winnable for Minnesota just because there were a missed chance from both Leaf and Plantus, which is kind of rare to have back-to-back. They usually capitalize on those rebound chances, but that's going to be interesting to see if they can capitalize that and use that as motivation going into the next period.
And thank you, Crowd Justin, and we'll send it back down to you.
Thank you, Crowd Justin. Back down the Crowd Justin here on the ice, trying to get something to go, and that will be a Playbone Dead. That will be FOV. But yeah, this is going to be a fun thing. It's capitalizing on those opportunities. That's been the biggest question mark for both these teams. You know the talent's there for both these teams. You know how great these teams are. It's that consistency that's been the main question with both these teams. So here we go. Start of the third period. We are tied at 1. Will we see a game winner today, or will we need extra hockey? Plantu is going to try and hit to the corner with Sellenborn. Sellenborn gets a step on Plantus, but Plantus hits it to the corner. Leaf will take over. Try and get something to go with Leaf. Leaf with good defense. Try and get something to go. Sellenborn with an absolutely beautiful juke shot there for AJ Clips in front. Absolutely missed it. Sellenborn with a shot, and that's going to be a good save from Salted. Trying to get something to go in front is AJ Clips. No good. Leifert gets back there in time. Good defense from Minnesota. Trying to get something to go is Plantus. In front, Sellenborn. Sellenborn just taking it around his net. Plantus chasing. In front, Leifert's back there though. He's a defensive specialist. Leifert trying to get it off of AJ Clips. He's looking for the pullback. He absolutely calls it. So here comes Leifert. Trying to get something to go. AJ Clips. AJ Clips and Leifert battling it out in the corner. 1 minute already gone here in the third. Looking for a pass over the Plantus. That was perfect, but Sellenborn luckily intercepts the pass at the right possible time. And a little bit of a change there. Wad comes in. AJ Clips probably looking for the change too. As we see changes getting ready here. Jenny Dubois comes on for Plantus. Shot here for Leifert, but that will just not have enough mustard on that hot dog. Wad gonna try and get it around. He does. Trying to get a pass in front, but nobody home. Bug can't get there in time. Ginger Boy just passes it deep. So that way Pixel can get on. Pixel wasn't in there originally, but a possible chance here from wide. Scores! The unsung hero, the fourth man. Bug gives them the lead.
And again, taking advantage of another bad line change from Minnesota. Bug just able to slot it in. Salted and Cook can't do nothing about it. Now we see Huskies take the lead.
You have to play perfect hockey against a team like the Huskies with how talented they are. But I don't really think you and I can both say the same thing, because we did not expect Bug to all of a sudden be an X factor.
No, I wouldn't really even say with that goal he was an X factor. I mean, perfect pass by Wad, easy goal by Bug. I would say it was more Wad than Bug.
Definitely a bad setup pass by Angry Ginger Boy, just sort of set up the team there. Just like that. I mean, JDB Pixel finally back in the game. He wasn't there originally. So now he's there with Ginger Boy. That is a good, thing to have, at least here for the third. Trying to get a shot there for Wad. Ginger Boy stops it in his tracks. JDB Pixel will try and go and grab it. Trying to get his shot off is Wad. finds the shot opening and goes just wide. In front, does get it past Bug. JDB Pixel trying to grab it. Ginger Boy plays good defense. Wad versus Ginger Boy. Wad gets a shot off, and that's a good save made by Salted. Shot. Ginger Boy just clears it. No direction on those, though. Those are going to kill you. JDB Pixel going to try and take it up himself. Try and just forcefully get past Bug. Wad comes to the assist and the help as there is a line change. AJ Clips gets on. Trying to get it is Angry Ginger Boy. Trying to get around AJ Clips. He does for the moment. A little bit of a line change, so Plantus and Angry Ginger Boy will be on there. Shot! That's a good save made by Salted. 13 shots to 3. This has been absolute shooting dominance from Huskies, but they only have a 1-goal lead. Cell trying to get in front. Salted just hits it wide. Looking for the pullback is Cell Unborn. That's exactly what he wants. And Plantus will keep it there, so that way Leaf can get back on the ice. Shot there from Plantus. That's not good enough. Plantus looking for the opening. He can't. Leaf Furt with a shot. That's a great block. Trying to get something to go is Cell Unborn. Cell Unborn looking for a shot opportunity. He does, and that's going to be a good save from Salted. In front, Cell Unborn looking for the shot. Can't get anything to go. No one goes for the puck, so all of a sudden Cell Unborn back on offense. Plantus gets back there in time. Cell Unborn, you know exactly when the pullback happens, but Plantus, good poke check. Prevent disaster. 3 minutes have gone. 4 minutes have gone, actually, and we only have a minute left here in Game 1. Huskies with a 2-1 lead. 45 seconds to go. Wad trying to just kill time, it looks like. Plantus forced to try and just get it up. Probably looking for a stoppage so that way they can get a timeout. Wad trying to get something to go for Plantus. Can't get anything to go. That is just stuck in the corner. Trying to get another goal to really seal it. They can't. Lee Furt will just try and pass it up. Goes back to the corner with Wad. Good time killing here from the Huskies. Trying to get something to go. Wad looking for a shot in front maybe. Trying to get in front. Off the post. That's not going to be good enough. 15 seconds to go. They need a shot and they need it now. Trying to get something to go is Cell. Cell trying to clear it yet again, and that's exactly what they do. 7 seconds to go. Trying to get something to go. And Plantus will be the last line of defense. They can't get back there in time. Goes to the corner, and that will be it.
Oh.
The Huskies will win Game 1.
And welcome back, Junior Blocky Network. It is Rob B, and we have an amazing series. We're back here. Took a plane to the Huskies Arena, and we're back. We saw that 2-1 game from Minnesota, and we have a star guest, Yupi, here on the desk to join us tonight. Say hello to Yupi, everybody. Honestly, wow, what a game one to start us off. The Minnesota started off strong, and then they had 2 goals back-to-back for the Huskies to take that win there. And it's almost been a great series overall. The bench players have been the key players for the Huskies. Yupi, you got any message about that?
I mean, yeah, I caught a little bit of that last game, and obviously the Huskies depth was looking good, but those star players for the Huskies were really coming up strong. Watt and Sell. My only criticism is I feel like they could definitely go for more. They're taking a lot of weak shots and kind of settling. They're hot. They need to start pushing into the middle, taking quality shots, and finding shots that are actually going to go into the goal. At least that's my take on it. But, it's playoffs. You want to take what you can get. So I understand.
No, I completely agree. I'm about to say, Watt, I mean, he had lots of shots, but they were kind of just like P-rollers into Salted Cook. He was able to save them right easily. But, hey, man, it's the goalie game here for JBHL. Big goalies make differences, especially because there's so many just random shots that you can take here. Kissington, what are your thoughts? We talked about the goalies before, but now we have a game down, and now we have some tape. What's your thoughts about it, man?
So my thoughts here, especially if you're Zulus, you need to shore up your line changes a lot better. His line changes looked very sloppy, and that's what led to those 2 goals. You need to do a lot better on that.
No, I completely agree. The one thing we did see a change from Minnesota is they actually had a 5-man rotation. I believe Dix played the first period, but I'm pretty sure it was Pixel that ended it out, if I'm not wrong. Correct, Cryo?
Yeah, and I actually want to sort of give some flowers to the losing locker room, at least for the first game. I think Minnesota, they found someone with Leaf, not probably for next season as well. Depends on where he goes, but focusing on this playoff run, I mean, he has frustrated Sullenborn to the best of his ability, and honestly, he's done a really good job at it. If they keep that up, he's the reason that the Huskies should be scoring more than they are, but him mixed with Salted, I feel like they can at least get this to a game 3 and get this back to Minnesota.
I hope so here. And as we close here, we're about to start off here for the second game here in Huskies. And I just want to, any quick predictions, everybody? Let's fire them off here. I think 2-1 Huskies. Yupi?
I think it's going to be Huskies dominance. I've got like 3-1 maybe.
Kissington?
I'm going to take 3-2 overtime Mallards.
And Cryo?
Give me Yuppie by 5. No, I honestly think Minnesota is
facts.
going to... I think Minnesota can win this game, but it would probably be a 1-0 game if that's going to happen. But we're going to get right into the play-by-play. Should be a lot of fun. Again, shout out to Yuppie for joining us on the desk, making a desk on the fly with the construction man he is. Plantu's going to try and take control of the puck. He does try and get a shot off there, but Sullenborn, good control. Good defense to sort of stand still. Plantu's going to be trying to play on his head to try and force a game 3 here. Sullenborn looking for a shot opportunity. Shot, and that's going to be a good save made by Salted. Sullenborn gonna be looking for that pullback. He loves that's the signature pullback. Looking for the shot. No good. AJ Clips looking for his own shot. Leaf Furt, like I said before, stellar defensive performance so far. Shot, but that's gonna go wide. Looking for an opportunity is Planju, who's trying to get it out of his end. He does for the moment. Trying to get it around. Possible chance for Leaf Furt shot, and that's gonna be a good save made by Dragon Ball Z. It's been a sort of a rotating carousel in front of the net when it comes to the Huskies. Super Cream Cakes and Dragon Ball Z, along with some other names, has been thrown around. Got so desperate at one point they tried to sign Tino, and we know how that went. Lee Furt trying to get it pushed up. No good. He keeps it in the corner. In front, Plantus. I don't know. I don't know what I'm asking for. Plantu's trying to control the puck. So Unborn, I don't know how I was going to respond to that. It is really late. Why are these teams playing at midnight? Anyways, Bug's going to be out there. Trying to get full line changes here. Bug and Juan will be out there. Ginger Boy. Oh no, that could be a really bad case, but the ref didn't catch it. Too many men and they can't get the call off. Oh wow, Minnesota gets absolutely saved for the moment. So John Juco, they're just rotating people now. John Juco will be out there with Angry Ginger Boy. A little bit of a last minute change. Possible chance for John Juco to take a shot, and that's going to be a good save made by Dragon Ball Z.
And honestly, this could be the difference maker for Minnesota. A new player, and he's already got a shot on net. I mean, that's more than their key players had done last game.
John Juco was really the guy to look for. Oh my goodness, what a shot from Juan, but that goes off the post. I mean, John Juco. John Juco, sort of a newer face when it comes to being a rookie. He was sort of bouncing from team to team. Minnesota picked him up, and he's really improved a lot. Possible chance for John Juco to try and get a shot opportunity here. Gets it around Wad. How about this? How about a game for John Juco? Talk about legacy. Trying to get it past the Angry Ginger Boy. Angry Ginger Boy looking for a shot. Can't get anything to go. Wad. Possible breakaway chance going the other way. Possibly trying to get a shot off, but that's going to be a good save made by Salty. Salted, not Salty. They're salty. They didn't hit that shot, though. Wad going to try and get something to go here. Ginger Boy in front. Just passes it out.
And honestly, that's been something that Minnesota's been doing, and honestly, it's been doing not good for them at all. They need to change it up, or else they're just going to lose this game easily.
They're just missing. They have a lot of open opportunities, and they're letting stuff like this happen. Shot from AJ Clip, so that's a good save from Salted. I mean, they're just giving up on offensive possessions with these open passes. It's astonishing, really, because you feel like this could be a way closer game, or maybe Minnesota has the lead. So trying to take it is John Juco, trying to get it out. Plantus gets back in time. And looks like John Juco sort of standing on an island here. He finally goes for the sub. Trying to get in front. Plantus, a little bit of 2-on-1 action while we wait. Trying to get a shot off of Stellenborn. No good. Leifert and Plantus gets back out there. Plantus, the acquisition, like we said, from Maine. He's been a stellar addition here for Minnesota. 1 minute remaining here in the first period. Let's see if anyone can crack the scoreboard. Plantus trying to get something to go. Goes to Stellenborn, trying to get anything around him. How about this from Plantus, getting by 2 defenders, and that's going to hit it wide at the last second from AJ Clips.
And that's really all we've seen from Minnesota is just some dry pushes into the offensive zone, and it really has led up to nothing. And it's really showing how strong this Huskies team can be.
Plantus trying to take control of the puck. Loses it. Leifert gets absolutely dog-walked, trying to get a shot there with Stellenborn, but it gets hit at the last second from Leaf. Shot there, but that's going to go wide to the corner as well. In front, Leifert going to look for the pass, trying to get it up to Plantus, but bad pass and bad aiming. That's been the story of this game. Shot, and that's a good save from Salted. That prevented a score. Another one in front, but no one home. And as we get ready for the first intermission, it is tied 1-1, and we will go right back to Rotby for the first intermission.
Hello, and welcome back, everybody, up here. And the shot difference is the major key in this first period, 6-1. But on the other side for Minnesota, it's the goalie difference. Salton and Cook, wow, keeping his team in the game here. Hasn't played defense at all. We talked about it. This defense is going to be the key major thing. I believe Kissington was the one that thought of that. Isn't that right, Kissington?
Yes. As you can see here, the score does not replicate what this game has been. It should be what the shots are, 6-1. I mean, it's no contest.
No, I completely agree here. The Huskies have been just completely outplaying Minnesota in this matchup, and it's been a bad showing for Minnesota. They have had just opportunity after opportunity just shut down just quickly. Any offensive shot doesn't even count because it doesn't even look close. I mean, they shut down. The defense is great for Huskies, and that's why they're looking so good. Crowd, Justin, you have any comment about that?
Yeah, it's crazy. A fun fact, Roppy had more voice cracks than Minnesota has had shots through the first period. I mean, Minnesota has missed so many offensive opportunities. It is absolutely insane because they're not doing good passes. They're just passing it into open space like it's two's open queue. They are not doing smart passes. They're thinking about it like it's a playground game. They need to get better passing. Their passing percentage is way down. But I wanted to go to Monkey. Monkey, what do you think is going through the mind of Salted right now?
I mean, obviously he's got a lot on his mind. He's trying to keep this team in the game because they aren't playing any defense. I mean, this has kind of been a one-sided affair so far, but obviously Salt is doing his best to keep him in. So
I completely agree. UP, do you have any comment before we end up about the opening passing that Minnesota's been doing and it's just leading to nothing?
I have so many comments, but there's not enough time to get all of them in. Minnesota, I think they have a good idea with how they're kind of dumping the puck, but they are playing so undisciplined, and it's just not going to work unless they tighten up. But I could get into that in the next intermission if you want.
All right, that
I'll
sounds
let
good.
you start off on the next one.
All right, thank you much.
Yeah.
Yep, up to Cairo.
Here we go. Trying to get something to go. Minnesota and Huskies still tied at 0. No one's been able to crack the goal yet. Maybe Plantus could, and that goes right across the crease. Oh my goodness, that was a great chance from Plantus.
If you're Minnesota, you gotta. Yeah, if you're Minnesota, you gotta clean those up.
They've missed 3 opportunities here early on in this game. It's been absolutely insane. If they connect on those, maybe they lead this game right now, which is the wildest thing. Trying to get something to go. Is Plantus. Plantus looking for a shot. That's going to be a good save from, Dragon Ball Z. Rebound chance from Leifert. Trying to get something to go. Leifert will just hit it back to his own zone and reset. Trying to find Plantus, but again, the passing has been the biggest kryptonite for Minnesota. Trying to get it. Bug trying to take control of it. Interesting thing, the Huskies started off with their second line. So Minnesota's second line will match up with the Huskies' first line. We will see if that plays a factor. Plantus is going to try and get an opportunity here, trying to find Leifert in the middle. Can't get anything to go. Looking for an opportunity. Plantus trying to get the pass off. He can't. Shot there, and that goes off the post. Trying to get something to go is Leaf. He's trying to keep the puck in the net and keep it in the offensive zone, and he does. Wad trying to get something to go. Can't. Plantus takes control of it. Anything to go. Wad shot, and that's going to go off the post. Wad wishes he could put that one away. Plantus is going to just keep it. They'll get the full line change here for both teams. Sellenborn. AJ Clips wide open. What a save from Sultan.
Yeah, easily one of the best saves of this series so far, and Salt is really just standing on his own here.
Sultan. So you could say he's alone on an island. Just trying his best to will Minnesota past the Huskies, but they have a very gargantuan task in front of them. Another shot and another save from Sultan. He is unconscious. JDB Pixel will be out there with Angry Ginger Boy looking for a shot as AJ clips, and that's going to be another save from Sultan. Looking for something. Is JDB Pixel trying to frustrate Sellenborn. Looking for an opening. Tries to get it passed from behind the net. They do for the moment. Angry Ginger Boy with a possible chance here. They have to get a shot off if they want any chance on the line. Scores! Angry Ginger Boy from car crash to icon. They take the lead.
That was an own goal from Dragon Ball Z. He did not mean to put that into his net. And this is where we really start to see if Minnesota has the energy to fully come in and take this series to Game 3.
I mean, this is what we talk about, the inexperience. And when I talked about the goalie difference, you have someone like Salted who's literally standing on his head compared to someone like Dragon Ball Z who isn't bad, but he's inexperienced. A lot of inexperience in that Huskies net. That was going to be the main factor if Minnesota wanted any chance to win this. And surprisingly, that second line has held up well, but that has quickly disintegrated. And just like that, Sellenborn ties up the game immediately.
Doesn't matter if you get an own goal from your goalie, you have Sellen Wad to absolutely break down this terrible Minnesota defense. Nothing they can do. Salted standing on his own, there's nothing he can do. Easy goal.
You don't call him an MVP candidate for no reason, but Kissington, one of the famous sayings from very high ups in sports is the best defense is offense, and that's exactly what the Huskies have.
100%. They Sellenborn, Wad, AJ Clips. You can't really get past any of these guys.
You're looking at probably 3 top 10 picks which is crazy to think. Oh my goodness! Whoa. Just like that, back to back to back. Call him Drake. Minnesota retakes the lead.
You know, this is something you really wanted to see from Sooner. Like, the aggression here has really changed. And maybe that's because they put Leifert as forward instead of Plantus. Plantus shoring up that defense where Leifert is able to come in and score an easy goal.
Unbelievable. We've had 3 goals in the span of 10 seconds. This has been an electric period. A lot to talk about during the intermission. This is insane stuff.
I would say aggression's finally coming out in Minnesota.
They're finally, it's desperation. And I think it's finally turning into decent offense. I mean, putting Plantus at defense is really risky because he is your just best option in general. But Leifert proving them right. Plantus going to look for the pass here. Wad on him. Trying to find an opening. Has to go behind the net. Trying to find an opening is Plantus. They're trying to force a game 3 here. Currently have the 2-1 lead. Trying to get a shot opportunity is Wad, but Leifert plays good defense. Plantus will be back to grab it. In front, a chance for Wad, but no good. In front, Wad, no good. Looking for the pass there. It looked like he was trying to shoot on it himself. Wad gonna look for a pass in the front to AJ Clips. He just runs away from the puck. Had an offensive opportunity there, but played smart. Looks like Plantus will try and get something to go. Plantus with a possible chance here with a shot, but that goes over to the corner.
That was a good recovery by Sell. He missed a shot and was able to get around for but Plantus couldn't take it away.
Angry Ginger Boy out there. Plantus still out there, so the unofficial line stack, but Plantus finally gets off so JDB Pixel can get on. Angry Ginger Boy going to try and get it up. AJ Clip's going to be forced to reset with the puck. 1 minute to go here. How about this from Angry Ginger Boy? Shot! Oh, that goes just right! Oh my goodness! Angry Ginger Boy trying to play defense here in front. JDB Pixel. I swear, every time my color commentator tries to come on, the offense happens. It's the color commentator's curse, Kissington. Do not feel bad.
It really is. Every time I try to put something in, nothing goes. But I mean, it's starting to look like Brick City now.
Yeah, I can't agree more, Chrissy. Here we go. AJ Clips going to pass up to Sellenborn, trying to get something to go in front. Maybe JDB Pixel can get the step on Sellenborn, but can't get anything to go. And stay in the corner. Try to get it behind the net was JDB Pixel. Looking for the shot is Angry Ginger Boy. Oh my goodness, had the chance, but it just goes wide. And as we go to the third period, it is Minnesota 2, Huskies 1. We'll go back up to Robbie and the desk to talk about the second period.
And thank you very much, Cryo. And wow, and a change of scenery here. The last time we were here, it looked like it was not anything for Minnesota, but now they flipped the script and they're up by 2. The shots say something completely different, but here we are, Minnesota up 2-1 going into the third period. Yuppie, you had something to say about that last period. Your thoughts about that?
Oh, I absolutely did, and I still do. This Minnesota team, I mean, I don't want to dog them too hard, but I'm coming into this with no prior experience, which may give me a more unbiased view on this game. But this has been, these teams are very mismatched to me. It seems like the Huskies are coming in with a lot more talent, and the Mallards are coming in with the power of friendship, and that's gotten them pretty far this game. But this team, I don't know what they do in their scrims that keep Zulus away from me. This team there's so many undisciplined mistakes, and there's a good chance for them to close out this game with a win if their forecheckers stop overcommitting and these defenders stop, over pushing. But I don't know. It seems what they're doing is working right now, but the shots are scary, and Salted and Cooked might not be able to hold them onto this game for much longer at this rate, especially if Wad can kind of cook up.
No, I completely agree here. But the problem with the Huskies is they've been playing such good defense, but the moment they let up, Minnesota has been getting great opportunities, and they've been putting great shots, and they've been scoring on it. Cryo, Justin, any thoughts about that?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to go back to Yuppie. I mean, Yuppie, in the BHL, you are basically one of the league leaders in assists, and it just feels like Minnesota, even with the lead, they're not connecting on their passes. What would you tell them to do differently in this third period?
I think that they've just got to focus on putting the puck in the right spot and more try to make the other team uncomfortable. You're not always going to connect passes tape to tape, but the best thing you could do is make sure that those passes don't turn into counterattacks against your own team.
Alrighty, and thank you guys. The next period is going to be on our way. We're going to send it back down to Cryo Justin.
Thank you so much, Robbie. Here we go. Can Minnesota hold on and force a game 3 and make Caribou even more sad that he has to stay up? We will see. Can the Huskies respond? JDB Pixel and Angry Ginger Boy will be out there trying to get something to go. Stella on board and AJ Clips will be out there as well. Trying to get something to go. Oh my goodness, unexpected shot, but a great save from Salted. Trying to get something to go is AJ Clips, but Angry Ginger Boy with a possible shot opportunity couldn't connect. That was a beautiful chance to try and get another goal and get a 2-goal lead.
That's absolutely what we're talking about here. You have to capitalize on those chances. If you don't capitalize on those chances, you're not going to win the game.
JB Pixel trying to get it away from Selling Unborn, but that's easier said than done. Selling Unborn shot! What a save from Salted! Oh my goodness, that puck was in the net!
Did we really see a second save like that from Salted?
Unbelievable! Doesn't matter what time of the day it is, it's his net. Oh my goodness. Huskies have to be frustrated with themselves. Another shot from Selling Unborn. Shot scores! Leaky defense leads to a tie game. Selling Unborn with his second goal of the night.
Leaky defense is correct, and I would say the floodgates have been opened. Cell Unborn just taking advantage, and it's another amazing and easy goal from Cell.
I mean, this is it's just been the mental mistakes. That's all it is. I mean, it's just been the mental mistakes from Minnesota. That's why those 2 goals happened. Maybe we see another Leaf Furt goal if Bug isn't prepared, but it's going to be really interesting to see if he can get anything to go. In front, this Leaf Furt passes it back. A little bit of a Huskies play. Going around Leaf Furt with a possible shot opportunity. Oh my goodness, that's a great save. In front, Leaf Furt looking for a shot. Trying to beat them with their own mech. And it couldn't work. Possible shot opportunity, but that gets hit behind the net. Wad looking for an opening. Plantus on defense. Gets it away from Wad. Plantus loses the puck, but gains it right back. Wad trying to get something to go in front. Leaf Furt. No good shot there. But that's going to be an easy save for Salted and Cooked. Plantus. Trying to get around Wad. Wad trying to look for a scoring opportunity. Gets back to the corner to try and look for a shot he likes. Plantus keeps it. Trying to get something to go is Plantus. Trying to save it. Oh, bad pullback, but doesn't bite him in the rear yet. Trying to get something to go. Plantus kind of panicking a little bit. You can kind of definitely see it. Wad, trying to go for the Michigan. No good. In front, another shot. Another save made by Salted. He is standing on his head. And Leaf Furt has a possible breakaway chance the other way. Trying to get a hit on his Dragon Ball. If they just capitalize on their chances, they can easily be up. Huskies are not 100% right now. What we're seeing from the Huskies is what we saw from the Nordiques, what was supposed to be a sweep in many people's eyes. The Detroit Flamingos forced a game 3, and really it came down to the last 20 seconds. Trying to get something to go. Still unborn. In front, Plantus trying to find an opening. Has to go back. Trying to get something to go. In front, Plantus possible shot opportunity, and that's a good save. Trying to get a rebound in front, trying to get around. Minnesota now getting desperate. Angry Ginger Boy will hop on. Trying to get a shot opportunity. Now a little bit of a 2-on-1 chance. Possible chance for AJ Clips to clip the Minnesota Mallards out of the playoffs. With 1:38 to go, the Huskies take the lead.
Defense, it's been the story of this Minnesota Mallards team. There's just not much you can do. And we do have a timeout by Minnesota. You would think, I will ask you, Justin, do you really think that maybe they pull out Salted and Cooked here within the final minute to try to even up this game.
Yes, I think at desperation time, your season is on the line. You need your 3 best offensive players out there, and I think Leaf has stepped up big in the series. I think he's going to be a player to watch going into next season, but he's had a fantastic series. So if they get to that desperation point,
a new strategy. Angry Ginger Boy and Plon 2's on the face-off.
Yeah, timeout there. So they're just going to run the rest of the game with the Stamon together. These are easily the 2 best players for Minnesota, no doubt about it. Plon just going to try and get over the Angry Ginger Boy. Ginger Boy can't get anything to go, so he resets with Plon 2's. Now they're bunching. Now Minnesota's sort of fumbling on the fundamentals. Plon 2's trying to get the puck out. He does. Stellenborn will be there to grab it. Trying to get it is Plon 2's trying to get it up. Angry Ginger Boy will be forced to reset. Trying to grab it. No good. Wad in front. So the 2 line stacks will be out here for the rest of the game for the last minute. Wad and Stellenborn. Oh my goodness. And Plon 2's Angry Ginger Boy. That one could have ended it. Plon 2's trying to get the puck out. He does. Can they get anything to go? Angry Ginger Boy possible with a shot opportunity. They need to get a shot off, and that's great defense from Stellenborn. Shot there. Another one from Angry Ginger Boy, and it's not going to go. Wad trying to get something to go. 33 seconds. Plon 2's desperately trying to get it out of his zone. Hitting it up to Angry Ginger Boy. Gets past Stellenborn. They have one more chance. Trying to get out. Tilted has not pulled yet. In front, goes behind the net. 17 seconds to go. They're just going to ride with these 2, and it looks like it's not going to pay off. 10 seconds to go. Forcibly trying to get something to go. They just didn't go after the puck. 5 seconds ago, behind the net, and sing those bells as the Huskies will move on to the JBHL Cup Finals to face the Quebec Nordiques.
Congratulations on an incredible season, Minnesota. I don't know why y'all thought you shouldn't have pulled Salted. I mean, Leaford definitely needed to go out there, but it is unfortunate. Your season is over. Congratulations, Huskies.
This will be it for the broadcast. This is me, Kensington, special guest Yuppie, Rockby, TSD Grave on the ref, Monkey with us as well, as long as Caribou being the director behind everything. And we will see you guys for the JBHL Cup Final. Good night.